I've missed 4 episodes of Survivor at this point. I haven't been keeping track. When you work at a convenience store for Christmas, you kind of forget to do everything else that you had planned to do. Uh, so here's my plan. I left off at episode 10. There's 13 episodes in total. I'm going to watch each one, and then I'm just going to talk about it, see what I see, and whatnot. From what I remember my dad saying, he said it was a decent finale, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I remember being bored out of my mind with some of the last couple episodes because it's always revolved around the same people over and over again, and we're just dominating the game in most ways, except for immunity challenge wise. We'll see if that changes up. I think the last thing that was talked about in the next time portion of last episode was about how Emily might try and destroy the big group. Let's hope she does. At this point, yeah, I am voting for Emily, which is funny because Emily's one of the people that's hogging screen time. Anyway, first up is episode 10. All right, episode 10 is done. The recap is basically everyone still hates Bruce, thinking he's got an idol. Bruce tried to come up with some crazy plan. It didn't really work. Austin won his first ever immunity challenge, so Austin's still looking like the best player in the damn game. Jake and Drew have a fight, which is a petty fight. Let's be real here. Drew going into personal attacks, starting to talk about how he thinks he's from The Departed and whatnot, even making fun of his own accent. From The Departed. You know it. And then they vote out Bruce. Like they had a chance to vote out Mama J or something like that. It's just Bruce. And it's like, everyone was all super excited. It's like, yeah, we voted out Bruce. Nobody was going to vote for Bruce to win. Nobody was going to vote for him. Nobody was going to vote for him. That's the thing about this group. I remember now why I stopped watching a little bit. It was because of work and Christmas and stuff like that. But it's like, these guys are dorks. Everyone on the season is a dork. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, we made a big move. We voted out Bruce, the guy everyone hated and no one's gonna vote for because we voted him out because he didn't play his idol. That's not impressive. What was the strategy behind that other than, yeah, nobody likes him? I don't know. The one good thing I know about it is that now I don't have to hear Katurah complain about Bruce now. That's one positive. Every other time Katurah was on screen, it was usually about how, oh, I hate Bruce, I hate Bruce, I hate Bruce. So much to the point where when it came to her talking about her struggles and whatnot, I didn't care. Even now, I don't really care about Katurah. I might start caring now that Bruce is gone and I can actually see her play, without having to worry about Bruce imitating her. But I don't know, I already feel jaded at this point, you know? It also is strange to me that Drew and Austin just do not get any attention in terms of who they should target next. They tried to pull it on Mama J. What? Why Mama J? I don't know. So another thing is that Mama J is making enemies too. She's blindsided her own alliance members multiple times. Anyway, Bruce goes to the jury with Caleb, Kelly, and Kendra. I don't know who Bruce would vote for at this point. Maybe Jake. Jesus Christ. The good news is Bruce is finally voted out with. Now I freaking see some other facet of gameplay that doesn't involve, oh, let's get Bruce, because that was old. That was getting old real quick. It was already old. So, episode 11, hopefully will be interesting. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, I'm starting episode 11, and one thing I didn't mention in the last episode was about how one of the big moves that happened was how Emily fooled Bruce into not playing his idol, which is the reason he got voted out. A couple things about that. One, I didn't give her credit for that, and I didn't even bring it up because, who cares? I was just, I don't know, it was just so Jake gets voted out. Who cares about that? You know what I mean? So Bruce gets voted out. Okay, fine. Bruce is finally out. I don't have to hear anyone complain about him anymore. You know what I mean? It was a good move. It was a smart move. Any other season, any other time, it would have been like the craziest move ever. But I just don't find myself like caring too much that she made a crazy move because I mean, well, to me, this cast isn't really that interesting to follow. But the other thing is, why is she bragging about it? Like, she literally bragged about it in front of everyone, and everyone gave her props. Like, that raised her threat level. Even Mama J confirmed. But even then, like, everyone was giving her props. Like, wow, that was cool. You should have done that. What? Why? Why is everyone giving her props? But like, the third thing about it is, who cares if she like ratted herself out? You know what I mean? Who cares if she bragged about it? Because apparently on this island, you can talk about how great of a player you are, or you could just be a great player and no one's gonna ever vote you out. That's what happens with Drew. That's what happens with Austin. That's what happens with Emily now. Who cares if she brags about it? No one's ever gonna vote her out. Emily might just win the whole damn thing. This group is, it's like they're following a script and giving each other props for following the script. You know what I mean? Like they don't even feel like real people sometimes. You know what I mean? They don't even. It's like Deadpool, but without the entertainment. You know what I mean? They just. This is what happens when you have a bunch of super fans play Survivor. And I mean, there's just there's strategic thinking, but it's like it's all about how, well, what would be a cool moment for TV? You know what I mean? So I could look cool on TV. Who cares about being like an interesting person? I don't know. This group. Anyway, there's something to rant about. It's weird because like I don't want to be mean to these people, but it's like I find it hard to like root for any of them. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm rooting for either Austin or Emily because I think Austin is the actual best player out of that entire cast, and Emily because I mean, at least she's trying to be interesting in terms of strategy. You know what I mean? Everyone else is just, let's follow the majority. You know what I mean? Let's not try and break the trend. Let's not try and make any crazy moves that upset the balance of power. Let's not try and like vote out one of the main four that we all know is running the game, but we're not going to do anything about it because we all think we're on the main four, but we know we're not in the main four. I don't know. It's just, no one wants to think. No one wants to be their own person. I guess that's why it's the most frustrating. Anyway, continuing on with episode 11. Another quick note for episode 11. I just got past the moment where Katurah was talking about how she was apparently a part of an extreme cult. Now, at 14, she was going to marry the leader, and then her mom woke up, and then she exited that cult and entered the real world, where she was a woman, and black, and gay, and broke. So from fucked to super fucked, okay? See, I can appreciate Katurah when she's not complaining about Bruce. Finally, you know? Like I said, it's a good thing Bruce got voted out. Now I can actually see Katurah. And so far, I like her. Now I just hope her gameplay reflects that, you know what I mean? Fucking vote out Drew or Austin or Emily, please. Okay, I just finished episode 11. I'm gonna recap. The time I got to enjoy Katurah without having her complaining about Bruce was nice. There's shades of the main four finally wanting to turn on each other. Of course, they didn't pull the trigger on that for some fucking reason. It shocks me how Austin and Drew are able to stay in this game, and more so in Austin's case. Like, stuff like this episode is the reason why I think he's the best player, and always have thought that. Mama J. Like, I'm glad that she stood her ground and like wanted to vote somebody, but she didn't actually stand her ground either. She voted off Emily. Emily was the one that was voted off instead of Austin, who she had dead to rights. Sometimes I wish I didn't like watch the edited versions of this show, you know what I mean? Sometimes I wanted to see like other stuff as to how they're getting away with stuff like this, you know what I mean? Like, the edited doesn't allow me to see how Austin and Drew are getting away with such a freaking steamroll. You know what I mean? And like, I want to give credit to like D and Mama J for having their own games, but every other time the editing like shows it as Austin's or Drew's idea? You know what I mean? So like, how much of it can I really attribute to them? I don't know. But yeah, Emily went home. I suppose in a way I'm also kind of happy about that. Emily was the other one that was hogging the screen most of the time, so her going to the jury, she mentioned she'd be voting for the best player, which currently I think is Austin or Drew. I don't know if D will actually make it there. I don't see a whole lot of D. Mama J gets more screen time than D does. I feel like that's going to be the final three. It's going to be Austin, Drew, and Mama J. Emily's going to vote for Austin. Or she'll vote for Drew. A lot of Austin's brilliance isn't really talked about in public or not, and there's no real way for it to be proven. So if anything, Drew will probably win this season. Is there anything else to talk about? No, not really. I don't know. It's like every time I record one of these episodes, it's always about what did Austin and Drew do now? You know what I mean? And this time, they got exposed for wanting to turn on their own alliance, and then the alliance member who had the power to punish them for it didn't. That's my problem with that season. This season in general. No consequences. Maybe there will be consequences, you know what I mean? I'm only at episode 11 at this point. There's 2 more left. So let's try and enjoy episode 12. All right, episode 12 is done. Drew got voted out. Fucking finally! Jesus Christ. Thank you, Jesus. About time one of them got voted off. Jesus. It sucks that I had to wait all the way to episode 12 to see one of them get voted off. But finally, he got voted off. One of them got voted off. Jeez. Thank God, man. Thank God. So, I really props to all of them, I guess, at this point. But we all know D's going to get the credit for that. You know what I mean? D might be the winner this season. I don't really have much to say. In terms of winner projections, let me see. Austin is the front runner, and then D's close behind him. You know what I mean? Actually, now I think about it, when I said there was a lot of stuff that Austin did that was great for his game, but can't be proven. So maybe Austin's in second place and D's in first place. You know what I mean? Because at least D has stuff to prove. You know what I mean? Third place? I don't know. Maybe Mama J. And then fourth place and fifth place are basically a toss-up between Jake and Katurah at this point. Because, I mean, who cares about Katurah's game? Her entire thing in this season was, I hate Bruce. And Jake was a train wreck so far. And he has an idol now, so maybe it doesn't be a train wreck. Maybe he has one more cool move and votes out Austin or D. Mama J? I don't know. Basically all our moves were basically along with someone else. You know what I mean? So there's a lot she can and can't take credit for at the same time. I have a hard time seeing anyone except D or Austin win this game. So unless they're gone, they're winning the game unless they're gone. The only other person who could possibly win is Mama J. That's it. That's what it looks like so far anyways. Especially with Drew going to jury. Drew's either voting for Austin or D, but Austin's probably his first priority. Any other people so far? Caleb? Who knows? Kelly? Who knows? Kendra? Maybe D? Bruce? Probably Austin. I don't know. Kind of a toss-up because all these people were blindsided by all of these people in the finals right now. So I don't know. In order for this final episode to be exciting, Austin and D need to be the ones to get voted out. Otherwise, it's just setting up to be a boring finale. But enough about me talking. Let's get to it. Okay, I may have skipped some scenes because I kind of just want to see the end at this point. I'm right before the final tribal council speaking, and this season has been just such a disappointment over and over and over again and again and again. Katurah having the plan and then backing down on her own plan. Dee could have been voted out, and now she's gone, and Dee's in the final three because she got chicken. Jake failing over and over again, miserable failure. They're both a comedy of errors at this point, and now it's Austin and Dee in the finals. So who cares about them? Neither of them are gonna win. I'd be shocked if either of them wins. Shit, I hope one of them wins, just because it'd be crazy to witness. But it's not gonna happen. So the question is, between Dee and Austin, because Jake's not gonna get any votes. Katurah was voted out. I don't know. That's literally going to be the only exciting thing about this tribal is like who wins. I think Austin deserves it more than Dee, because Austin basically carried a load a lot, you know what I mean? For that entire alliance. He did a lot of the work. You know what I mean? So I think he deserves it more. It's just I don't know if he can really prove that, which means that goes to Dee. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I feel like just off timbre, I feel like Dee will win. She has a more immunity challenge win, she has the better relationships, whereas Austin, more of a mastermind behind the blind sides. She did like one or two, but he did all of them, so maybe some of them are bitter about that. Some of them want to vote for the best player, which is Austin, but you could also make that same argument for Dee. You know what I mean? So I think Dee will win over Austin. And Jake's not, maybe he'll get one pity vote, but Jake's not going to win ever. Anyway, that's my prediction. Let's see if it's true. So, season's over. Dee won. Not surprised. This season sucked. Like, it wasn't bad to watch, but I probably wouldn't watch it again anytime soon. It's just stale, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm sort of glad that they went back to the question format. Yeah. I do think Austin should have deserved it. Like, what I remember, I can't point one out back to back, but it feels like he did a lot of stuff that the alliance would have fallen apart if he didn't do it. You know what I mean? And Dee just kind of rode the coattails off of that. You know what I mean? Her success is based off of his hustle, his dirty work. And I'm usually a fan of the person who does the dirty work. You know what I mean? Yeah, she was just sitting pretty and not making bad moves. I think the one thing that did cost him his game was he told her about the Julie vote. That was literally her ticket. I would say more. It's just, I don't know. I don't really have much to say about the season. I'm not excited for the winner because they basically had it locked once Merge hit. Any four of them would have had it locked once Merge hit. And like the one thing that could have stopped it was Katurah. And it's like I was interested in seeing her game once Bruce was gone. And her game locked in my biggest fear, which was one of them win. I don't know. It started out cool, but this season is boring. Anyway, that was it for Survivor 45. Survivor 46 coming up next. I'm not really going to watch adapt or show anything like that. D won. Congratulations to D. D wasn't a bad player. Decent winner. You know what I mean? Of course. I mean, anyone going up against this cast is just a decent winner. This cast was garbage. Hot garbage, you know what I mean? I don't know what happened. That was a comedy of errors this season. And as for like the players, I mean, they're all just a bunch of like Survivor nerds, you know what I mean? And by the time we actually got to like the interesting, juicy stuff about them, it was way too late in the game. And a lot of them just made so many blunders. It's like, it's not fun to watch Babe Ruth go up against a minor league team. You know what I mean? And the thing is, the four aren't even Babe Ruth. They're not. I feel like any other season they would have been destroyed. I don't know. It was a steamroll, and steamrolls aren't always fun to watch. Unless, like, the person who's doing the steamrolling is, like, really fun and enjoyable. It's not that these guys were bad, it's just there's not really much interesting about them. And it's weird to say because it's like this whole season was supposed to be about how, oh, we have an extra hour, so we could develop more characters and like show more strategy talk and stuff like that, but no. Not in a million years. I don't know. This one was a pretty boring season, so I'm a little disappointed. But, you know, there's always Survivor 46 to look forward to. So, I'll see you guys till then.